Welcome everybody to the Dome Gymnasium. I'm Jackson Basker with Easton to give you guys some live coverage of the Union Bulldogs taking on the Bluefield University Rams here at the Dome Gymnasium for a great night of volleyball. Of course, the Bulldogs coming into this contest 11-10, 8-4 in the conference, and Bluefield coming into this contest 14-8 and 10-3 in the conference. And this is not an easy team, Ethan, of course, headed up by Jeremy Wise. You've got a little information about him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jeremy Wise, just a great head coach. He actually, back in the day, for us back in the day, from 2014 to 2017, he won 4 straight conference championships in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. A very prestiged coach for the program, and this is his 9th season currently, so for half of his career he's been having some championship level teams, and we have Ruddick, who's coming in as weekly honors.
Yeah, Allison Ruddick, I don't know how many of our viewers watched the last time these two played, of course. It was big upset for the University Rams when they took them on here at the Dome last spring. Of course, we haven't talked about it too much about how we've had 2 seasons in the same year. That in itself is crazy. Of course, back-to-back seasons, but these girls have shown that they can handle it. Of course, like you mentioned, Allison Ruddick, who's a big part of this team. She's a big libero on the libero back on the backside. We saw that thing. She's gotten 1,500 career digs with the Bulldogs. That's insane right there.
Very insane indeed, and they're getting ready to go. But Bluefield, they still have Flores and Sotomayor, who both are in very astute killers. Their top killer on Union, for example, though, Davis and Jennings are people to watch out for because they love to get on the front line and kill.
Definitely. As we come in to start this off and give you guys a little recap about what these teams did, both coming into this. Of course, the Bulldogs coming in here on a 2-win streak, and Bluefield went on the road this past weekend, drove down to Dayton, Tennessee to take on the Bryan College, where the Lions swept the Rams in 3 sets, but had a quick turnaround down in Athens, Tennessee, where they took down the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs as these ladies all set out for their first one. Georgia Lewis tagging in for Grajeda as Aubrey Watcott is back to serve. Here comes the serve. Over, Lewis. Watcott drops it in. A little too much heat, knocks that one out of bounds, coming from Ruddick herself, the senior. And Watcott back to serve, the 2-time AAC setter of the week. Right to Ruddick. Drops in right to Sotomayor. No.
I believe that might have been a double.
Double on the Bulldogs. Keeps it a 2-0 in favor of the Rams as that goes across the court and out of bounds for the first point of the Bulldogs set. Back to serve, Michaela Phillips. Michaela Phillips, the junior out of Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, not too far from Chattanooga. As it goes up, dropped in from Sotomayor. Ruddick with a great save. Flores blocked as it drops right in. That block came from none other than Shayna Bowe and Alicia Sikora.
But I think Rams won that because Flores is not going back.
I missed the very close on the line call on the near side here as it goes over from Flores. Another double called on the Bulldogs. Rams up now 4-0 here in set number 1. Over. Kusin. A little confusion there on the front line since possession and a point back to the Bulldogs. Up to serve, Shayna Bao. The senior out of Tucson, Arizona, transferred from Dawson Community College. That's an All-American right there, Ethan.
Very, very well-deserved honor as that ball knocked. Whoa, very discombobulated.
Yeah, it was knocked back from the power of the Rams. Goes off of the hands of Jordan Kusin. And Carly Connor, someone new we see in the rotation out of British Columbia. There's Kusin, still kept in. The point goes to the Rams for a net violation. Or was that 4 hits?
The 4 and no more, yeah. 4, that's no more.
Carly Connor back to serve. Saved by Ruddick. Big hit from Connor, and that was very close on the line. I could have seen that go either way. The score now reads 6-3 here in set number 1. Serve coming from Shirley. Walcott. Grajeda kept up and back by Ruddick. Over the net. A little bit of confusion from Flores and Lewis. That drops right in past the Rams. Shirley back to serve. Mackenzie Shirley, the junior out of Maryville, Tennessee. Starter for the Bulldogs in last season. There's a little too much heat coming from Reitzloff. Puts the Bulldogs within 1. Check that. Point going to the Rams. Sarah Ducey of Lakeland Christian in Florida. Ruddick. Over by Grajeda. Blocked. Ruddick. Flores to recover. Shirley. Walcott Reitzloff drops right in front of Shirley.
I think they must have ruled in favor of Union because I don't think they saw him touch it on the near side. But it definitely, I think it went out, so.
This point goes back to the Bulldogs. Back to serve Allison Smith. Another one of the big outside hitters that we see. Another transfer of, from Vincennes University is that set and over by Reitzloff. Recovered. Lewis back over Shirley. Across the far corner. Reitzloff drops it right in. Another point of blue.
It seems like all these rallies are going in the favor of Union.
I know that Ethan's also giving a very confused face because we're under the impression that's happening. But as Smith goes back to serve, 7-5. Reitzloff off the hands of Shirley.
And yes, point Bluefield that time.
And point Bluefield. I had to hold my breath there for a second. Cassidy Brown goes back to serve. The transfer from Hiawassee College. Of course, Hiawassee College closed down a couple years ago, and we got quite a few of their athletes. Of course, Cassidy Brown and famously on the soccer team, Alicia Pena. Dropped in from Grajeda. Ruddick. Brown. Flores blocked. As it's tipped off the hands of number 30, Marissa Davis. Rams still have possession, now up 9-5. Right to Ruddick. Hit over strict to Brown. Grajeda.
Nice block there.
Blocked from the Rams, but point's going to go to the Bulldogs. Allison Ruddick herself back to serve. As that service error cost the Bulldogs a point and the possession. It was a very back and forth game, Ethan.
A very back and forth game indeed. And yeah, just a, we don't know whose favorite's going to go in at any given moment.
Of course, Union, a very strong team, very middle of the pack in the AAC this year. Like you mentioned, 4-time AAC champs. As a little too much heat coming from number 6, Jennings. Jennings, and we talked about her. She was a big killer for this team as Georgia Lewis goes back to serve. And they're going to call a timeout, and we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back very soon.
You say you have vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling, from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education.
And we're back after that short timeout. And of course, Georgia Lewis still up to serve as this final ticks rain down in the timeout. Serve coming, and a service error sends the ball in possession, possession and a point back to the Bulldogs. Jordan Kusin coming in for the Bulldogs to serve, the senior out of Grove City, Ohio, Bishop Ready High School alum. Flores on the far corner, but out of bounds.
That was right there on the corner. It could have went either way.
It was a very close call. It's a game of close calls. Kusin back to serve. A lot of these girls were starters and a lot of seniors who were seniors last year, but of course the COVID year put them in a position where they can go back as that big hit from Connor was a little deflected as that's over by Shirley. Drops in from Watcott. Ruddick not able to get it over. The Rams still have possession. Aubrey Watcott back to serve. 12-8 the score. As it goes right to Ruddick. Kusin. Flores. Saved by Brown. Hit right in front of Kusin by Lauren Sotomayor. And Aubrey Watcott back to serve. Rams now up 13-8 here in set number 1. Kusin drops it over. Saved by Flores. Big hit from Connor off the hands of Kusin. Watcott back to serve once again. Rams catching a little bit of a groove here. Kusin. Ball cannot get that over the net. Drops out right in front of her. Watcott back for her 4th serve.
Looks like Stacy's checking in, and she's a freshman from Corbin High School. Stands at 5'9".
That's hit up from Ruddick. Kusin back over by Ruddick. Drops in right in front of Kusin, and another kill for Carly Connor. Aubrey Wycott back to serve. Now, it's great to see Carly Connor come into her own here at the Dome. We didn't see much of her. Of course, she was injured prior in the beginning of the season. That's over by Flores and drops right in, and another point for the Rams. Now up 17-8 here in set number 1.
Rams are definitely in system right now.
We talked about it before the broadcast. This is a very challenging game as that service error comes from the Rams. It's a very challenging game, very tough coach, and Coach Jeremy Wise. And this is going to be a good test for the Rams as they go in through the remainder of their season. Although they've played Bryan twice this season, they will be catching current number 2 in the AAC, Columbia International later, who will be probably their toughest opponent in the rest of the schedule, as that's hit across from Leslie Flores out of bounds. 17-10 now the score. Number 5, Michaela Phillips, the junior out of Sidey Daisy, serving. Flores hit up, saved. Sotomayor. Hit drops right in the far corner, and another kill coming from Leslie Flores. And we saw that a lot during the Monterey game, how it would favor those far corners that nobody was in.
A good old corner set up right there.
A corner kill as that service comes from Leslie Flores. And that's another big thing that Coach Gallimore's talked consistently about is mentality. That's just a small version of the grand scheme of things, the mentality aspect. You know, you get a great kill and then you have a service error. Reitzloff, Kusin, Phillips. Kusin batted over. Reitzloff. Big rally. Sotomayor knocking the wall up, almost hitting us even. I know that a couple balls during warm-up almost took out our camera, but we got lucky there.
Yeah, baseball about hit my head one time. I know I keep referencing that, but come on, it was just that was the funniest moment of my career.
That was a very funny moment as Kusin and another hit coming over. Walcott dropped in from Greta. Ruddick saving it. Kusin. Jennings drop right in from number 28. Michaela Cox. 19-12 now the score. Rams 6 away from ending this set. As Shirley. Sotomayor blocked. Unable to recover. And Shirley goes back to serve once again.
Union's starting to advance on them, and Bluefield's got to get back into that mentality state.
The serve comes from Shirley. Reitzloff. Shirley. Jennings. But knocked out of bounds. Possession with the Rams. Sarah Ducey coming in to serve. Dribbles it a few times. Hits it over. Blocked. Ruddick. Passed over by Jennings. Flores knocked off the hands of number 28. Cox. Unreturnable, and they're going to take a short break as we thank a couple of our sponsors. Since 1984, Swope Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction in West Virginia and Virginia. Swope Construction, going further with the Rams. Since 1999, Black Tie Charter has gone the extra mile to provide its clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. W Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than outdated phone company DSL and comparable to cable with no data caps. W Networks, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. Now, Ethan, this is a very exciting game. I know there's a 7-point margin, but this has gone back and forth.
Very much so, and we've had some very interesting calls that we didn't see, beforehand. But I think, honestly, Bluefield really is finding its niche in this set as they try to find a good strategy. They made a few corner plays. I see that they really are in it to win it, especially for the second time that they've had contact with Union this season.
Now, I know when they played Bryan College, they got swept. And earlier in the season, they were actually up 2 sets to none when they took on Bryan, dropping the final 3 for the Lions to take that one. And it kind of shook them up a little bit, but they've shown that they've come back since then, of course, winning in Tennessee Wesleyan. As that comes a little too much power from Cox, and another point to the Rams, 22-13. But the Rams have shown up and shown out here in set number 1. And check that. It apparently touched a Ram and will go back to number 19, Smith. Grajeda blocked. Lewis not able to get there in time. And the Bulldogs come within 6. A lot of seniors on the team. Allison Smith, the transfer from Vincennes. Of course, Allison Ruddick, another transfer from Vincennes, a junior college in Illinois. Drops in. Flores blocked. Another one for Flores. Blocked, but off the hands. Curling off and dropping across the far side. And the Rams catch a lucky break now, 22-15. Cassie Brown back to serve. The Tennessee native. Here it comes. Ruddick. Ups in. Grajeda. Close one there. Stopped up. Point going to the Bulldogs for net violation.
Yeah, you can't, like MC Hammer says, you can't touch this, you can't touch the net.
Can't touch this. Da-na-na, as Allison Ruddick is back to serve. Last time she was up, she had a service there. Let's see what she can put together here. Batted across right to Flores. Sotomayor. Brown. Flores. Batted up and not able to get there in time, and another point to the Bulldogs as they come within 5 points.
Both Sotomayor and Brown sort of rolled on it. A little miscommunication from what I saw on that play.
Rams threw 3 away from ending this set early. Flores, Ruddick, unreturnable. And that was the power of Leslie Flores off the shoulder of Ruddick, knocking it, almost taking out our scoreboard on the far side. 23-17. Georgia Lewis, the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina native out of Myrtle Beach High School, here to serve. And off the hands of number 6, Madison Jennings, puts the Rams here at set point. Georgia Lewis up to serve. Dover blocked. Hit away. But too much from that one. Knocks it out of bounds. 24-18. Back to serve, number 30, Marissa Davis out of DeGraff, Ohio. Went to Riverside High School. Now, of course, Coach Wise, very strict with girls as that drops. right in, and the Rams take this set 25-18. We'll be back here for set number 2 in a little bit. Of course, the Rams take the first set 25-18.
You say you have vision, but where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further.
Welcome back here to the Dome Gymnasium, where Bluefield and Union had a great first set. Bluefield, though, winning it ultimately with 25-17, right?
Yes.
25-17 as they wiped off the scoreboard. 5 seconds left to remain. But definitely Bluefield can capitalize on Union's mistakes. Bluefield needing to, of course, get a little more in the system like they were at the first part of the first set.
Yeah, and of course, this is a big moment for the Rams. Of course, the second set tends to be the one where the Rams falter quite a bit, especially after having such a great first set.
As they all high-five each other, getting ready for the second stanza of play. Serena Brumbach getting ready to come in for the contest to serve. She's from Louisville, Kentucky, as this ball goes up. Watcott giving it to Sotomayor. Ruddick over to the far side. Too hot from Jennings. Gives it 1-0 for the Rams on that outside play. Flores coming to serve now for the Bluefield University Rams. Ref signals, ball's up. A little bit of a miss. A little miscombobulation from Shayna Bosch. She went up to reach for the ball but completely missed it.
Now, I don't know if that was supposed to be a fake. I know, of course, at Division I level, there are quite a few fakes. It's almost a fake every play, but...
Yeah, 2-0. Block. Dropped right in between Connor and Sotomayor, giving it 2-1 for the first rally going in this set to the Union Bulldogs. It's 2-1. Bluefield still in the lead. Here comes the serve from Phillips. Far side, Watcott. Connor misses it. And then Lewis tries to save it, but underhands it to the net. It's now a 2-all ball game. Michaela Phillips back up to serve. Here's Watcott, giving it to Sotomayor. Far side, back to Flores. Block. And over from Flores, overpass. A good overpass there gives Bluefield a 3-2 lead as Connor comes back to serve for Bluefield University. She dribbles the ball. It's up. Overpass. Over to Watcott. And off of the hands of the Rams, it's now a 3-3 game, trading point for point here. As Baugh coming back up to serve for the Union Bulldogs. Ball moving left to right. Far side, Sotomayor. Coming off the hands of what I believe to have been Cox on the far end. Gives that one 4-3 as Ducey coming in to serve for Bluefield. Ball up. Block. Unsuccessful as it went inside, so 4-4. Mackenzie Shirley coming to serve now. 5'6" junior from Maryville, Tennessee. It's up as they rhythmically clap on the sideline. And the ball is dead. A little hesitant on that call as
I believe that was a net violation.
a net violation. 5-4. Union takes the lead. Shirley back to serve. Ducey over to Watcott. Near side block. Block again. That time, Marissa Davis instrumental in that block on Union. 6-4. They're pulling away with the lead. It's up. Flores. And a little bit cranks too much to the side out for Marissa Davis. As Cassidy Brown comes to serve for Bluefield for the first time in the set. Dribbles low to the ground. It's up. Block too early. And backhanding it, Michaela Cox, right when they couldn't see it and turning around on Bluefield, 7-5. Right now, Allison Smith serving the ball. Watcott. Flores on the far end, and right there, close to the line. Line judge, I believe that to be Mr. Adkins down there, doing a good job for us tonight. He's on men's volleyball. That'll be started up in about January as Lewis to serve the ball. A block, unsuccessful, backwards progress. And the ball still goes to Union. 8-6. Ruddock, the libero, doing duty tonight in the orange double knit. It's up. And outside from Watcott on the far end, it's 9-6. A 3-point deficit for the Rams. Coming back up is Ruddock. Ruddock over the net. Near side, Flores goes outside. Line judge rules outside, so 10-6. Bluefield trails now by 4 as pulling away with the lead here, Union, capitalizing on Bluefield's errors. It's up. Near side. And ball was unreturnable as Ruddock pancaked. Last-ditch effort. I think they call that a dump.
Coach Wise trying to argue that with the refs. Not very happy with that call.
Anytime you can get yellow carded, ladies and gentlemen, anytime. You never know. Both in soccer and volleyball. If you take issue with the refs. As it's up. Block good. Lewis gives it to Sotomayor on the far end. Flores on the near side. Going back. And racing after it. They couldn't get to it as they went all the way back to the staircase. Watcott coming back to serve for Bluefield as it's a 10-8 game.
At that point, I think I'd want to save myself before running into a wall trying to save a ball there, but
it's almost like Mario going, woo! You know what I mean, that little sound effect as he bumps into the wall as that ball's up. And a block successful from Sotomayor and Connor up there on the far side. It brings it to a 1-point game.
Rams are definitely making a comeback after being down 4, now only down 1.
Brown gets it up. Dropping it right in, sneakily but surely, Carly Connor, 10-10. Watcott, it's a tie ball game. Miscommunication from Watcott and Brown, but they high five anyway, 11-10. Union back on top as Marissa Davis, one of the big killers to watch out for, coming in to serve. It's up. Brown gives it to Watcott. Far side, Sotomayor. Lewis gives it to Brown. Over the net. And miscombobulation from Cammie Tim. Cammie Tim, the 5'7" junior from Tonganoxie, Kansas, is also transfer from Neosho County Community College. Sort of missed that ball as it's 11-11. Ball goes down. Couldn't get on it. Was Lewis, 12-11. As they say in the song, get your back up off the wall. In the case of that play, a couple plays back and get down on it. Number 5, Michaela Phillips coming back to serve. Sotomayor, and off the hands of Jordan Kusan. It's 12-12. Carly Connor up to serve again. Adriana Grajeda. Here's Connor again over to Watcott. Sotomayor cranked it too high on the voltage. 13-12 in favor of the Union College Bulldogs. Shayna Baugh to serve for Union. Signal comes from the ref for the play to begin. And it's up. Lewis to Watcott. And a block from number 18, Hagelage. And that one is 14-12 ball game.
As the chair moves over our heads.
Yeah. Mr. Sousa with the chair. As that one goes to the Rams after the far side, Shayna Baugh couldn't get a good grip on the ball. 14-13, it's a 1-point game. Kirsten Pombos coming in for the first time in the contest as the server. Ball's up, but too much. 15-13 is the score. Bluefield trails by 2 in the contest so far, though they do win 1-0 as Shirley comes back to the serving position. She assumes position, dribbles the ball, it's up. But a service error once again, trading service error for service error, and it's 15-14, Bluefield in a 1-pointer.
That was a close call on the line there. Could have seen it gone other way. We've seen a lot of close calls go both ways tonight.
Cassidy Brown. Service error. Gives 16-14 advantage for the Union Bulldogs. Allison Smith to serve now. It's up. Brown. Ready for the block was Cox, but that wasn't needed because it fell short of the net. 17-14. As a timeout's called by Coach Gallimore, so let's thank some of our sponsors.
Make your next event special with Chick-fil-A Mercer Mall Catering. Chick-fil-A Mercer Mall offers great options such as salads, boxed meals, and all sorts of great stuff. Of course, they sponsored our community day this past Saturday, which is quite a success. We actually got to have the marketing manager on for a short interview, asking them what their community meant to them. And of course, the community is such an important role, especially in Bluefield and the neighboring counties. So thank you guys so much for sponsoring that. Gigabeam Networks.
Well, it's also sponsored by Gigabeam Networks. I mean, you have faster than DSL. It's like traditional cable, except it's much, much better, much more convenient. And you know they have a sign across the way representing their team, so make sure you get Gigabeam Networks today for high-efficiency internet.
Yeah, I know that Gigabeam Networks, of course, the 103 Spring Street, The Grind, which offers to seek regional flavors while employing a unique brand. Every time we have the coaches there every Sunday, I use their network, which is, of course, brought to you by Gigabeam Networks, and we have no trouble using theirs. So just to give you guys a little bit of the Bluefield Rams guarantee, as that serve comes from Smith.
Lewis, get it over. Grajeda. Lewis again to Watcott. Near side, Flores. Ball is dead. Goes to the Rams off of a double contact.
That's such that the silent killer when it comes to your defense is any time.
17-15, Bluefield trailing by 2. Lewis to serve. Far end. Block not good. Pombos setting. And it's outside. Bluefield getting some free breaks on the side out. Time to capitalize as they're down by 1. It's 17-16 Union. Coming back is Lewis to serve. Trying to be sneaky. Palmboss gives it to Watcott. Near side Flores. Over on the back line. Brown. And it went and deflected off the hands of Palmboss as the rotations go in effect. It's 18-16. Ruddick to serve. Allison Ruddick was named to the Appalachian Athletic Conference Libero of the Year last year, as she is a tested Libero in the conference. Palmboss saving it. Knocked up. And a real joust with the net. Didn't go over on Bluefield's side, so there we have it, 18-17. Bluefield now back within 1.
Very encouraging rally for the Rams.
And again, it's really capitalizing on the other team's mistakes. It's what volleyball is all about. It's the fundamentals. As that ball's up, but a service error. That's a prime example of what not to do if you're trying to capitalize on, say, another team's mistakes. 19-17, Bluefield in the lead. Number 23, Kusan to serve. It's up. And right off the hands, deflected from what I believe to be Haglage. 19-18. Flores is now to serve. 19-18, Bluefield down by 1. Block ready, not good. Deflected off of Haglage once again. Sotomayor delivering an unreturnable ball. It's now tie ball game, 19-19, as Flores comes back. Hopefully she does a 13 high in the air, but it's pretty good. And a block unsuccessful as it goes back to the net. Inside, 20-19. Bluefield now trails by 1 once again. Michaela Phillips serving the ball for Union. Close contest. It's been a back and forth set. Here's Watcott, giving it to Connor, but a block, unsuccessful. Gives it now a 20-20 game. 2020, though, as of course you all know, is a lucky number now because of the year we experienced last year.
You sure it would be a lucky number?
It's an unlucky number. Really, really bad. And it's up. But Carly Connor couldn't even get it past the net as it's 21-20. Taking back the lead again. These errors are really costing Bluefield the lead here as Baugh serves. Trying to sneak it in, saving it Sotomayor. Lewis gets it over. Lewis for another one. Sotomayor, corner, but goes outside. It's 22-20. Pulling away with the lead, we have the Union College Bulldogs. It's up. Sotomayor, far end. Baugh. Flores. Here comes Watcott, almost punching it off to the side, 23-20. Rams shooting themselves in the foot with these mistakes and errors, giving free points over to the Bulldogs off of the side outs, the service errors, as Coach Gallimore does call a timeout. So definitely we're going to keep it here, but let's talk about this. Like, you know, Bluefield, it was a back and forth set, Jackson, but now all of a sudden at the end, you have now a 3-point lead for the Union College Bulldogs.
Yeah, and then, of course, we talked about it. Union has just been capitalizing on the mistakes of Bluefield. But, of course, we saw the Rams earlier in the set down 10-6, and we were able to bring it back and actually be in the lead at one point in the set. And that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to put something really special together here to tie these last 5 points and prevent Union from taking the set.
And this set could very well possibly, if Bluefield plays the cards right, it could go past 25 points.
And you know what? That's not a bad case scenario. In crunch time, Bluefield has done their job, getting it done, getting on and off the court. But I don't think we've seen any extra points here this season just yet. So it'll be quite exciting to watch.
Baugh comes back to serve. Ball moving left to right to start. Awaiting the referee's signal. And it's up. But knocked backwards. Lewis couldn't get on it. Went past the hands of Sotomayor. Sotomayor is puzzled, looking to see what's going on here, as it's now set point, 24-20. It's up. Miller. Outside, gives Bluefield another point, but it's still set point, 24-21. Bluefield trails by 3. Palm Boss comes back in. Up from Palm Boss. Lewis saves it. Watcott over. Flores delivers the kill. 24-22. Bluefield coming back ever so slightly. Still set point. Union College still has the advantage. One more point, and the deal is sealed for this set. Fingers are crossed up here in the booth.
Of course, Mr. Stark's going out there and doing our favorite part of the show when they get to do our sweep. Or sweat sweepers.
The sweepers are always delightful. As ball's up now from Palm Boss. Outside from number 28, Michaela Cox. It's a 24-23 game. Very well could see a past 24 scenario as a timeout's called by Coach Wise. So definitely, we're going to take a break now here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Score 24-23.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own.
Welcome back to the Dome Gymnasium as we now reset play. 24-23, Palm Boss to serve. And it is still set point, but Bluefield can make something happen here. Saving it right there. Watcott over to Grajeda. Ruddock setting. And it looks like the ball goes to Union, and the set also going to Union. So with that, it's now one apiece in terms of sets. It's 1-1. So in that case, let's thank some of our sponsors
After this break.
after this break.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where visionaries are made. It's taking the higher road to a higher education. It's about discovering what God's placed inside of you is exactly what you need. It's knowing that to lead is to serve. And a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further.
Since 1989, Black Tie Charters has gone the extra mile to provide its clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters since 1984. Sophie Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction solutions for West Virginia and Virginia. Swell Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. Giving networks is faster than outdated phone company DSL and comparable to cable with no data caps. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. The Grind 103 Spring Street seeks to offer regional flavors while also implying a unique culture around their brand. Come to the Coaches Show each Monday night at 7 p.m. exclusively at The Grind. Of course, you can get the Coaches Show, of course, on our Rams Digital Sports Network, and now available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. As we set up here for set number 3.
They need 4 minimum now to win for the Rams.
Yes, of course, since you have to win by 3 sets, the Rams now currently have to win their next 3. And I don't know if we mentioned that Allison Ruddick had actually previously won Defensive Player of the Week twice in the AAC. Of course, Libero of the Year, NAI All-American. As that comes from Sotomayor right to Ruddick. Kusin unable to get over from Connor. And the Bulldogs take the first point in set number 3. And that's the first time they've had the opening score in these last 3 sets. Of course, Rams going up usually 2 points to none before the Bulldogs start kicking it up into gear. As that's hit over Kusin. Walcott. Flores blocked. Goes across to Walcott. Sotomayor on the far side, almost dropping it right in. Kusin drops it in recovered. Ruddick across, dig by Lewis. Almost dropping on the far corner. Kusin keeping it alive off the hands. Failed pancake attempt from Cassidy Brown sends the Rams down in a 2-point deficit to start out set number 3. Serving for the Bulldogs. Floated over by Sotomayor. Kusin across. Sotomayor. Cox drops right in front of a couple of Rams. Now the Bulldogs lead 3-0 here in set number 2. Slow start for the Rams, Ethan.
Very slow start indeed, and the Bulldogs are ready to bark.
Yes, they are, and they're about to bite here as they go up 3 points to none. As that's hit over directly to Cassidy Brown. Flores drops it in on the near side for the first point for the Rams here in set number 3. Back to serve Leslie Flores, the South Charleston, Ohio native. It goes right.
I think that they started a little false start there before the ref called the signal.
I think there was a ghost whistle because I thought I heard one too. As that goes from Kusin across, it bumps up. Sotomayor, Kusin. Point to the Rams for a double.
And by the way, on that whistle, you're not the only one that heard the ghost whistle, apparently.
Did you hear it, Ethan?
Oh, yes, I heard it. The ghost whisperer.
The ghost whistle as that goes from right to left. Almost dropping in on the far side. Still keeping it alive. Dropping right in. Georgia Lewis not able to get under it. And the Bulldogs now take the point and possession back to their side. Back to serve Shayna Baugh, senior. Dawson Community College transfer from Tucson, Arizona, home to the University of Arizona. It's a nice place. I've been to that campus. As that serve comes, Walcott, Miller, over and across. Walcott, as it almost taps the ref a little bit. Lauren Sotomayor's telling her, hey, I'm sorry, didn't mean to get you there, but we're sorry. Shayna Baugh back to serve. Bulldogs now currently lead set number 3, 5-2. As Baugh puts it over. And inbounds, it almost looked like she punched the ball down with her fists, and a little bit of miscommunications on the Rams side now puts the Bulldogs ahead of 4. And that service error coming from Baugh puts the Rams back in a better position now, 6-3 with the possession. Reese Turner back to serve. Set. Over blocked. Knocked back. Walcott. Miller. Right to Ruddick. Kusin. And a point to the Rams for a double, as I can see a man in the crowd standing up. He's like, yeah, it's a double.
So he must have saw it clear as day. He must be officiating too somewhere.
I mean, he saw it pretty far away too. It's not a very close stand. He's actually in the back part of the bleachers as Reese Turner back up to serve. Serve coming from Turner. Kusin, Cox, Ruddick, Smith hitting it over. Walcott coming over. Stephanie Miller off the hands of Ruddick. Puts the Rams within one after a slow start, being down as much as 4. Rams coming within one. Reese Turner still back to serve. Deemed out of bounds. 7-5 now the score. Carly Connor coming in for Stephanie Miller. Then she tags in with Georgia Lewis. Couple of rotations coming in. Is jogging back to serve number 13, Mackenzie Shirley. Dropping in Lewis. Miller palms it up and takes it down as the Rams take that point. And of course, Mr. Duran coming out here to sweep up the sweat real quick. Cox saying there was a little bit of sweat on the ground. And Kirsten Palmbos back to serve, the Michigan native, long way from Bluefield. As that service there puts the Bulldogs up 2. Smith back to serve. Hit over set. Point for Bluefield.
Yeah, I saw that double as well.
For a double. Cassidy Brown back to serve. As you can hear, Coach Justin Morton giving his little shout out to the men's volleyball team for the dry floors. As that's head over, but blocked by Flores.
What?
But they're calling that in favor of.
I'm sorry, but how is that possible? I saw that ball sink in from Bluefield's side on.
I don't know, but the ref called it in favor of the Bulldogs. As that comes from Flores, blocked and knocked out of bounds. Rams now within 1. Scored 9-8 here in set number 3. This goes right to Smith. Big hit off the hands of Palmbos, not able to make it over. Now 10-8 the score. Kusin taking the serve. It goes right to Lewis. Walcott. Flores. Kusin. Lewis drops right in front of Kusin for another kill.
That's what you like to see, is some of those overpasses especially. Not knowing where that ball is going, but it landed at the opportune place at the opportune time.
Serve coming from Walcott. As that goes straight out of bounds.
And straight out of Compton.
As Michaela Phillips is back to serve. Score now 11-9. Flores drops right in front of number 12, Baugh and Haglage. And yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but they're keeping this 1-point cushion, Ethan. And it always goes back and forth as Leslie Flores goes back to serve. Kusin Drops in, recovered by Flores. A little too much from Lewis, goes across the court. Now 12-10. Chanabah back to serve.
Yeah, let's all applaud the men's volleyball team for their nice work. The Sweat Sweepers at it again.
And of course, we've talked about it time and time again how much we really appreciate Coach Alvarez and the men's volleyball team for all the stuff that they do here in the Dome Gymnasium. As it comes off the hands of Cox, puts the Rams within one. The big hit from Lauren Sotomayor. Back to serve, Reese Turner. Again, the rotation to serve. A little too much from her. 11-13. Back to serve number 13, Mackenzie Shirley. As that serve comes across. Big hit from Lauren Sotomayor, but out of bounds. Now puts the Bulldogs up 3. Shirley back to serve again. As that comes, a little too much heat to get out of bounds, and the Rams catch a lucky break. Now 12-14. Palmbaus back to serve. As that net violation has plagued Bluefield here in set number 3. Puts Smith back in the serving position.
Looks like Coach Gallimore called a timeout.
Coach Gallimore calling the timeout as we thank a couple of our sponsors. Black Tie Charters since 1989. Black Tie Charters goes the extra mile to provide its clients with exceptional service. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters since 1984. Post Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction solutions for West Virginia and Virginia. Swap Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. Gigabeam Networks offers broadband internet speeds faster than outdated phone company DSL and compatible cable with no data caps. Gigabeam Networks going further with the Rams. The Grind 103 Spring Street seeks to offer regional flavors while applying a unique culture around their brands. Come catch the Coaches Show every Monday night at 7 p.m. exclusively at The Grind. And of course, if you've got that Coach Dewey Luss seal of approval and recommendation on that peach tea so famously brought, and I know I was there the other day and I was talking, they're starting to work a little bit with their winter flavors, of course, in the winter months coming up. So take a little bit of a drive, about 5 minutes away from campus. You will not regret it as Allison Smith is back to serve.
My stamp of approval is on the caramel macchiatos, by the way. Love those things.
Allison Smith to serve Watcott. Grajeda on the near side, blocked. Deemed inbounds by the line judge. 16-12 now the score. Smith for another serve. Grajeda blocked, unreturnable, and another point for the Bulldogs as they start to pull away. Now up 5 here in set number 3.
Rams definitely starting to get a little out of system here, a little miscommunication on the lines.
As it goes from left to right, over by Lewis. Cox blocked. hitting the lane.
Four and no more.
For 4 touches, but the Rams now within 4, weirdly enough. And Cassie Brown is back to serve. As that goes across right to Smith. Set. Drops right in on the near corner. Point with Union. Allison Ruddick back to serve. 18-13 the score here. Walcott. Flores. Dig from Ruddick. Unable to capture as that drops right in. 19-13 now the score.
Jennings really did a good job at delivering that ball in the inside.
Ruddick. Flores. Walcott. Flores again, almost into that far corner. Smith. Still kept up and in play. Kept in and nobody there to get under it. Now 19-14 as the Rams catch a lucky break here in set number 3, and Georgia Lewis, their Myrtle Beach, South Carolina native, is back to serve. Smith, Shirley, jumping in on the near side. 20-14 the score. Marissa Davis, Ohio native. Walcott. Flores blocked. Flores up again. Ruddick. Davis almost stopped up a little bit there. Flores. Davis. Long rally for the Rams as it goes off the hands of Allison Ruddick. Rams now 20-15 as they trail the Bulldogs here in set number 3. If you're just now joining us, it's all tied up 1-1 here with the sets, but the Bulldogs currently lead set number 3 20-15 as that serve comes from two-time AAC Player of the Week in Walcott. Walcott almost drops it in. Kusin there. Stop at the line. Stopped again. Batted over. Point with the Rams for a lift. Coach Jeremy Y is not happy with that at all. Trying to a lot of confusion there as this serve also comes from Walcott. Kusin almost stopped up at the line as it drops past the barricade of Rams. 21-16 now the score. Michaela Phillips back to serve. Walcott was jumping in on the near side. Kusin had to get out of the way as it's batted over. Big hit from Sotomayor off the line just a tad. Now 22-16 the score. Phillips back to serve once again. Ruddick. Kusin. Smith. Cassie Brown unable to get there in time. 23-16 now the score. Phillips up again. Batted up. Smith, Brown. Flores, not able to be punched over. Still in play, Phillips. Smith, as it drops right into the hands of Sotomayor, and set point coming up for the Bulldogs. They're in a bigger margin there, Ethan.
Yeah, it's set point. And I also saw in that last play where Sotomayor, it touched the tape, so it was eligible, but it's a double, you know? Those subtle plays.
Almost dropped over. Set. Kusin. Brown not able to be returned. Now, a little bit of chatter going back and forth on the Rams side as the Bulldogs take this set 25-16. We'll be back here in about a minute 37 to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher vision, where and a life poured out is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further.
Rams coming off of the second consecutive set on coming up short here as now the Union Bulldogs lead 2-1 in this one. We're getting ready to have set number 4. Definitely the Rams needing to capitalize on the other team's mistakes and make less of their own if they want to take this one all the way. A minimum of 5 sets will need to be played in order for the Rams to take the W today. As Sarah Brumbach coming up to serve. It looks like they're calling out the sweepers as the referee specifically asked him to come up. So,
you know it's serious when the ref has to call you in.
yes, absolutely. Calling in for duty at any time, and when duty calls, you must answer. Ball's up from Brumbach. It's up. Here comes Sotomayor. Near side Flores. Sotomayor on the end. And ball bounces to the lift. A lift right there gives the first point to the Rams. A good way to start off the set, definitely. Flores takes some cues. Referee signals it's up. Near side. Brought in by Sotomayor. Madison Miller ran into the net, but a 4 and no more call. Now ties it up 1-1. Michaela Phillips to serve for the Union College Bulldogs, getting your score 1-1 early in the fourth set as the ball goes up. Little discombobulation as it went from Phillips all the way to Ruddock, but bouncing off the leg of Ruddock. It now gives Bluefield a 2-1 lead. Checking in now, Reese Turner, in addition to Adriana Grajeda for Bluefield University. Reese to serve. Near side. Miscommunication from Sotomayor and Turner gives it now a 2-2 game, trading error for error and mistake for mistake. In this one, it just, keeps going back and forth like the pendulum swing as Shayna Baugh comes back to serve. She's from Tucson, Arizona, the transfer student from Dawson Community College. She awaits the ref's signals, and a signal comes. Baugh dribbles, ball moving left to right. It's up. Watcott setting up for Sotomayor, and right there, bisecting the court, 3-2, a good kill from Lauren Sotomayor. 3-2. Sarah Ducey coming back in to serve for the Rams, trying to get a good series going and good momentum to drive. It's up. And bouncing off the net, it goes right there to Bluefield University. Called outside, though, as it passed a pole. 4-2, Bluefield up by 2. Ducey serves. Block right from Grajeda. Grajeda getting the block, and 5-2, Bluefield gets it by 3. Girls are lined up mid-court. It's up from Ducey. Far side. Block. Flores chases after it. Goes inside, though. 5-3. It's that split-second judgment call, Jackson. It really makes a difference. It's at the line, but right there, not going past enough.
Yeah, but I will have to commend the Rams. I've seen a lot more of a systematic approach here, very keeping keen on their plays and keeping it very in system.
L formation. Miller knocked back, saving it Ruddock. Watcott setting up for Flores. Flores too hot. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Bluefield still in the lead, but by 1 as the Bulldogs have cut the lead in this contest. Ball's up from Shirley. Far side. Flores over to Lewis. Miller near side, but it goes ricocheting off the net. It's a tie ball game, 5-5. Shirley coming back to serve on the Union College team. This is her third year with the Bulldogs. As that one fell inside apparently for a service ace from Shirley. I didn't quite see where it bounced down at. I thought someone's hand got under it. But anyway, L formation for the Rams. Adriana Grajeda. Over. Far side. Lewis. Save from Flores. Miller handing it over. Diagonal. And Bluefield gets a free point off of a ricochet at the net. Cassidy Brown coming to serve for Bluefield. It's a 6-6 game. Dribbling low to the ground, ball moving right to left. It's up. And Union gets it off of a tip, 7-6. Jennings, one of the big killers, coming in to serve now for, that's Allison Smith coming in for the Bulldogs. Setting up for Grajeda. Ducey, Watcott chases it. Back over. Ducey to Watcott. Over to Flores. And once again, bouncing off the net, giving the ball back to the Rams. Seems like a lot of those plays at the net are really hurting the Bulldogs from keeping a bigger lead than what they had as the ball game is tied. Lewis is up to serve now for the Bluefield Rams. Nobody could get to it. It bounced right in the court. No effort on the front line. 8-7. Bluefield in the lead. Coming back up, Georgia Lewis. It's up. Brown has some power to it. Block from Watcott. And it's right there, point Bluefield. 9-7 as they pull away. 2-point lead for Bluefield. Up from Lewis. Far side. Connor, Ruddick runs after. Here's Brown, over to Watcott. Leslie Flores. Racing after it, keeping it in is Lewis. But backhanding it was Watcott. Connor not there to receive it, to hit it over.
I think there was a little bit of confusion. Watcott had to hit it up in the last second, and that would have been 3 hits anyway. And, of course, you can't hit it more than 3 times.
Ruddick to serve the ball for the Union College. 9-8, Bluefield in the lead by 1. Coming inbounds, Jennings. Carly Connor getting the kill on the corner at the far side of the court. 10-8. Bluefield up by 2 in this one. Set number 4. Overall, Union leads 2 sets to 1. Watcott has the ball up. Bounce right in. Little frustration from Watcott as she did not sense it. 10-9. Getting back in an L-shaped formation on the defense for the Rams. Kusan serving for bounced outside. Bluefield gets a free gift. 12-9 for Bluefield. They're up by 3. Flores. Outside from Shayna Baugh. And that's 12-9. 12-9 Rams, up by 3. Flores to serve. Service error right into the net to the near side. Michaela Phillips checking in to serve. It's 12-10 ball game. Bluefield in the lead, only by 2 rallies. It's up, but outside. Service error gives Bluefield another cut and cutting them another break here, Jackson.
Yeah, they were cut there. That one was pretty close, and of course it all comes down to the line judge, but also the judgment of the players. I could have seen a lot of these plays go either way for both sides as that serve comes from Reese Turner.
Far side. Flores to Watcott. Sotomayor on the far end block. Sotomayor again. And knocking it under that time. Flores slow to get up, but surely getting up. 13-11. It is a 2-point game. Bluefield only having to manage a 2-point cushion here as Shayna Baugh comes back to serve for the Union College Bulldogs. Referee signals. Dribble. Ball left to right. It's up. Sotomayor on the far end. Knocked in nicely that time from Sotomayor on the kill. 14-11. Ducey checking in to serve for the Bluefield University Rams. It's up. Here comes Flores. Too high from Flores. 14-12. Possession goes back to the Bulldogs. Rams still in the lead as Shirley coming back in to serve for the Bulldogs. Near side. Lateral. Grajeda outside a little bit too much. It's a 1-point game. Going back to Union. 13. Shirley coming up to serve the ball. And here we go. Here's Watcott. Near side, Miller, block. Block unsuccessful, trying to make something happen. Block unsuccessful, backwards pass. And trying to roll on it was Lewis. She couldn't get a grip. It's a 14-all game. We're in the 4th set of play. It's 2-1 in favor overall in terms of sets for the Bulldogs. Tie ball game here in the 4th. Sotomayor. Near side. Watcott gives it to Flores. Knocked back. Ruddick saves. Grajeda sinking it in for the kill on the far touchline. 15-14. Cassidy Brown coming up to serve for the Bluefield University Rams. They lead by 1. It's up. And couldn't get a block to go from Flores or Grajeda on the near touchline. 15-15. Allison Smith serving the ball. She dribbles. Ref signals. Ball is up. Brown gives it to Watcott, setting for Grajeda. Block. But it goes to Bluefield after it's out of bounds on the side out. 16-15. Bluefield with a 1-point advantage. On the near side, Lewis to serve. And didn't even make it past the net. Inside for Union. 17-15, Bluefield up by 2. It's up. And a service ace from Georgia. Lewis right there on the line. That is a play you like to see, Jackson.
Yes, it is. Those are the tenacity that we see from this team time and time again, and how they come together always in clutch time. Of course, now leading by 3 into the final stretch of a very deciding set, and then of course it's going to come down to the final 15, making it into set number 5. So for you guys at home, please stick around. Quite an exciting one here at the Dome Gymnasium. And later this week, just a week at a glance for you, of course, tomorrow, men's and women's soccer will both be taking on Montreat in a doubleheader at the East River Soccer Complex. First one starting up at 5, followed by the men's at 7, along with a women's volleyball game this Saturday at 11 a.m. here at the Dome. And that's a week at a glance for you, Ethan.
Absolutely, and it's flabbergasting to me. I'm shocked. I'm always excited to see a good ace. It about went out of bounds, but right there at the far touchline in the corner, a successful service ace from Lewis. Just an impeccable job.
A lot of the highly contested calls have been going in Bluefield's favor. Thankfully, later in this set, as they're about 7 points for getting this one and capturing the set, tying it all up, going into set number 5.
Up from Lewis as play continues. Near side, Watcott setting up. Watcott this time to pass inside, and Watcott getting it in after deflecting off the hands of a Bulldog. 19-15. 6 points away from taking this thing, or not the whole thing, but taking a set at least to the house. But right there, Georgia Lewis underhanded on the net. 19-16. Excuse me, 19-16. Still a 3-point game, still anybody's game. Dribbling to the floor, we have Ruddick. And right there, Wesley Flores giving it 20-16. Now these are on fire today, ladies and gents. Firing on all cylinders now for these kills and these plays, capitalizing on Union's mistakes, reaping some benefits. Lewis to Watcott. Near side, Flores. Far side, and running out of bounds from Madison Jennings. 21-16. Timeout called by Coach Wise. Let's thank some of our sponsors. And since 1984, Swope Construction has been delivering some creative construction solutions for the two Virginias, and they are a proud sponsor of the Bluefield University Rams as they go further with the Rams. And also, get your delicious chicken, eat more chicken at Chick-fil-A, Mercer Mall. They did a good job celebrating with us on the Community Day where we had about last Saturday when we played Bryan College. Just a nice community knit organization. And also the Grind. Once again, you have to go to the Grind. I've been there a couple of times. A very good coffee, very good peach tea, very good caramel macchiatos. Get yourself some today. And also the Bluefield University Coaches Show hosted by Joey Jarvis, a good friend of mine. Definitely he does a good job with that. Make sure you tune in or be live at the Grind. As we now tick away, final seconds of time out. Aubrey Watcott up to serve for this one. It's 21-16 Rams for this set, but 2-1 overall in favor of the Bulldogs. Ref signals forward and play continues. Near side to Watcott. Sotomayor on the end. Kept up. Sotomayor again. Here's Flores. Over to Watcott. Looks like the Rams offense just froze up a little bit didn't know what was going on. I guess a little miscommunication as it just sunk right in for the kill from Union, 21-17, as Marissa Davis coming up to serve. And point automatically goes after going into the territory of Union. It's 21-18 in favor of the Rams. Here's Ruddick. Far end. Flores over to Sotomayor. Davis, and a block from Sotomayor. 22-18 in favor of your Rams. Rams very close to taking this set. 3 points away from doing that, and another 15 to win the game. Ball's up. Georgia Lewis. Flores over to Connor. Flores again on the back line. Miller, pancake, kept alive. Far end. Here's Watcott giving it to Lewis. Over to Sotomayor, blocked from number 6, Madison Jennings. Possession goes back to Union, 22-19. Rams still are in the lead. But Michaela Phillips coming to serve for the Union Bulldogs, assuming the position. She dribbles. As the sweepers sweeping some sweat on the near side. Ref signal. Delivery from Phillips over the tape. Sotomayor on the far end. Block, but unsuccessful as it goes outside. 23-19. Code 2319 here for the Bluefield University Rams. Reese Turner back in to serve for the Rams. 2 more to seal the deal for the 4th set. Definitely having some quasi cheerleading on the near sideline as it's up. Block. A joust. Sotomayor with a touch from Phillips. It is now match point. Or excuse me, not match point, set point. Getting too ahead of myself here. 24-19. Bluefield needing one more. It's a block. And a block coming too soon. It rolls outside, and it goes to the Rams.
Very close call indeed. You've got the house standing up for that one.
A good call indeed, but a red card is being flashed. I don't know who that was for. An automatic red card is very rare. Usually you get a yellow card. I don't know what's happening here. Not sure. We have both a yellow and a red now being flashed.
We're going to take a short break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.
You say you have vision. But where's it taking you? Because true vision is seeing what could be, contending with the status quo. It's taking what shapes you and using it to shape the world. It's the higher calling from the one who calls you his own. The higher is a life full and meaningful. So go. Go beyond the normal. Go stronger than before. Go make your mark. Make your impact. Go further.
Welcome back, everybody, for set number 5 of this action. Quite an exciting match here inside the Dome Gymnasium. Of course, your Rams took set number 1, followed by Union taking the consecutive second and third set before making it on down and taking it in set number 4. And to give you guys a little bit of an explanation for the confusion, the coach of the Union Bulldogs team got flashed a yellow and a red card, which from what I understand from our helper in Caleb Word is that flashed a yellow, of course, is a warning. Yellow and a red would give us a point, but of course that was the end of the set, so they're not 100% sure how that would 100% go, if they roll over points, if they're just not going to worry about it. But of course, there's multiple steps in garnering your points. If he flashes another one and it's right, a red and a yellow,
and they X the shoulders or they X the arms.
First, if they're spread apart. When we first saw them, they were lined up together. If they're spread apart, he's unable to coach his team, and then when crossed over, he's ejected from the venue.
Yes, that's basically like the Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Giving him the X of death.
I did not watch a lot of Power Rangers growing up. Sadly,
Rangers Assemble.
Yes, Rangers Assemble.
As they're assembled.
I think although I didn't watch a lot of it, there were so many. There were always so many. But as we had that little tangent about the Power Rangers, we come into set number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Quite an exciting array. As another red card was flashed. So we are going to be awarded the first point here in set number 1 automatically, as that serve comes from Aubrey Watcott right to Cox. And Cox hits it over. Brown, Flores, Smith, Cox again. Dropped in from Watcott. Point with the Rams for a lift.
So that's already 2-0 like that.
Allison Ruddick and of course, Coach Jeremy Wise both discussing with the ref over what was going on.
Be careful, you might get carded.
They do need to be careful on the court. As Aubrey Watcott comes to serve her second serve, that goes directly to Allison Smith, Shirley, and Davis. Cassidy Brown able to return that, puts the first point for the Bulldogs on the board. Of course, to win set number 5, we only go to 15. Still have to win by 2, but we only go to 15 here in set number 5. As it all comes down to this, it is 8:30 p.m. here on a cool October night. Not that far from Halloween. As that serve goes across from Sotomayor, Davis, Cox. Check that Phillips. Big hit from Sotomayor off the hands of Davis. Recovered by Smith and Ruddick. Sotomayor drops it in, palmed away. Flores with a big hit. Phillips back and forth. Hit over by Watcott. Davis. Shirley. Connor. Davis sets it up for Phillips. Blocked and drops right in past Sotomayor and Connor. And the Bulldogs tie it up 2-2 as Davis goes back to serve. The Ohio native. Coach Y is, conversing with her, making sure they have something to get together. Nobody was ready for that. As Flores hits the hand of Davis and knocks it out of the park. Now 3-2 the score, and Leslie Flores is back to serve. And the sweat is being swept up.
The sweat is swept. That's a tongue twister.
The serve comes from Flores across. Phillips dropping it right in. Still able to be played. The entire bench of the Bulldogs not happy, trying to get a double called as that comes from Sotomayor. Connor, pass Smith for a kill. 4-2 now the score. Jeremy Wise arguing.
You better not.
He wasn't arguing. He was telling Ruddick what he wanted to argue so that he wouldn't get flashed again. Another card. As he jogs back. I don't think Ruddick's too happy. She has to be the messenger. As this serve comes from Flores. Phillips dropping right in off of the hand of Watcott. 4-3 now the serve. The excitement coming from the Bulldogs bench. And the sweat continues to pour as we see more and more of the men's volleyball team sweeping it up in between every play. Phillips back to serve.
It looks like
as the cheers come. Right to Flores. Sotomayor in the near far corner. Across. And puts the Rams up 5-3 here in crunch time. Grajeda tagging in. Reese Turner, Rocky Mountain High School alum, back to serve. Ruddick drops in from Shirley, still kept alive. Blocked at the line. Miller hitting it into the net. 5-4 now the score. Cox coming in for Ruddick. Shayna Baugh back to serve as more sweat sweepers are appearing on the court.
looks like a lot of sweat to sweep up for that.
Well, at least they're doing their job, or so I would hope so, as Shayna Baugh is back to serve. 5-4 the score here in set number 5. It's all tied up 2-2 across the sets. Sotomayor stopped up at the line and drops right in.
Now that's a good play, Jackson.
And the crowd is electrifying here in the Dome Gymnasium. Sarah Ducey back to serve off the hands of Smith. Watcott, Miller. Watcott. Kusin across. Ducey saves. Across, dropping in for the kill.
Right there on the back touchline, too.
On the back line. 7-4. Now the score as a timeout's called by Jeremy Weiss. Ethan, what an exciting set.
Yes,
so far.
Other than the cards, and that sort of gave us a little push, as that first point was awarded assessed at the. I believe that they are. They believe the crowd is actually cheering for the sweepers as the timeout ensues. But like I said, just a great match thus far. A very competitive one. Bluefield can definitely tame this one, salt this thing, take it to the house, and really learn from it as they go on to more fierce opponents to come.
As we're practically halfway through this set, I mean, this is a big one for the rest of the season. I know we talked a little bit about this is a very tough team, and I know that they faltered quite a bit in their last couple games, but a win like this would mean so much to this team as they go into the final stretch of their season. Of course, taking on St. Andrews at home, and a couple games more at home before we go into the postseason championships as Sarah Ducey is back to serve. As she waits the ref's call. And here it comes. Ruddick. Smith blocked at the line, dropping right in for the kill. 8-4. Now the score as it dies down just a little bit before this next serve. Miller across to Ruddick. Kusin. Cox. Wataka Grajeda. Little too much heat from Grajeda.
I saw it bounce off the hand of number 5, though. How could that be going in their favor? I saw it literally ricochet off of her hand.
Well, in favor of the Bulldogs. Now 8-5 the score as number 13 Shirley goes back to serve. And we've seen a lot of calls go either way on the line. Grajeda drops it right in, and it goes under the net from Ruddick. 9-5 the score. Cassidy Brown back to serve. Ruddick. Smith. Palmed over. Flores. Across, drops right in front of Ruddick for the kill. 10-5. Now your score 5 from a set win for the Rams. As another timeout is called by Coach Wise. And we're going to thank a couple of our sponsors. Since 1989, Black Tie Charters has offered exceptional service to its clients. The Rams ride with Black Tie Charters. Since 1984, Strobe Construction has led the way in innovative commercial construction solutions in West Virginia and Virginia. Swope Construction, a proud sponsor of Bluefield University Athletics. McRyan 103 Spring Street seeks to offer regional flavors while implying a unique culture around their brand. Watch the Bluefield University Coaches Show every Monday night exclusively at The Grind. Of course, you can catch it on the Rams Digital Sports Network or a couple days after on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts as we come into the back half of set number 5. If you're just now joining us, 2-2 the score in sets, but 10-5 in favor of the Rams here in set number 5. The crowd super excited for this one. Ethan.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's going on right now.
A lot is going on right now, and Bluefield's definitely taking the glory in the moment. Hopefully it'll last, though. 5 more points until the victory.
as Cassidy Brown goes back to serve. She dribbles. Comes across to Smith. Davis. Flores. Smith. Shirley. Davis. Flores. Shirley. Smith. Leslie Flores. Ducey. Grajeda blocked at the line, still playable. Flores. Blocked at the line, still in play. Dropping right in past a couple of the Rams. 10-6, now your score. As Allison Smith goes back to serve. Check that, tagging in for her to serve. Number 27, Cami Tim. Cami Tim out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, Neosho County Community College transfer. Flores blocked at the line. Walcott. Flores again, dropping right in front of Tim. 11-6, now your score. Georgia Lewis is back. Shirley. Set. Hit from Flores across to Ruddick. Davis. Connor off the shoulder of Connor. 11-7, now your score as possession and a point goes back to the Rams. Allison Ruddick back to serve. As that goes across. Palmed over by Flores. Shirley. Walcott. Connor blocked at the line. Flores dropping it in. Lewis. Flores. Dropping in. Connor able to keep it going. Which was looking for a call as Flores drops it right in past the hands of Baugh and Davis. 12-7, now your score. Coach Wise not happy. He was looking for a double earlier in that play. As the men so excitable here in the Dome.
Looks like they're cheering on Jeremy.
As Aubrey Walcott is here to serve. She serves it. Ruddick. Jennings. Still kept alive. Shirley. Davis with a hard hit. Almost taking out Andre Sousa and a couple of gentlemen running the concession stand upstairs. And that's what we call a power hitter. As the power hitter herself, Davis, is going back to serve. Walcott. Flores dropping it on the near side.
This is the team we have been waiting to see, and they have been consistent in the front lines. They've minimized their errors. This is the team that we long to see.
As Leslie Flores goes back to serve and gets that ref's call as he drops in front off the hands of Ruddick. It's match point, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody holding up their ones as that comes across from Leslie Flores. Kusin. Smith dropping it in. Lewis. Sotomayor. Causes the final point as it drops in front of a couple of Bulldogs. And the Rams take this win. Ethan, there's a lot to unpack right there.
The Rams have been on it time after time after time, and I'm telling you what, this was a great, impactful game. They were on their A game all set long. They were determined to win, and they got it. They got the dub. They got it all. They won it all back, and they got it every single point of the way. Every kill from Sotomayor, from Flores, everybody that contributed. Great teamwork.
And, of course, I have to apologize any time that we have such a great win. I know that Ethan can scream, and I know that I was getting a little excited there in the end, so I apologize to all of our headphone users. But thank you guys so much for that. As our Vice President, Marshall Flowers, giving a little prayer before they leave. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your game. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes for a post-game interview with Coach Gallimore. But the Rams take this one 3-2. The Rams take this one 3-2 in quite an exciting matchup, and we've caught up with Coach Buddy Gallimore here at the post-game. Coach Gallimore, what an exciting win.
It's just hard work. The girls, they were determined they weren't going to lose tonight. I'm so proud of the way they handled themselves. We had a few setbacks there in that second and third set. We couldn't seem to to get the ball over the net or inside their court on serves. But they did what they had to do to win, and I'm really proud of them.
And I know that it was a little discouraging in the first couple sets. I know a lot of the calls didn't inherently go in the way that you wanted to go. What kind of kept your team motivated through all that?
Well, I think it's the adversity we've kind of faced throughout the year. We've been down 2 sets and come back and done a reverse sweep. This is the first time we've been down 2-1 and come back to win. And it's always important for us to protect our home floor. It's in this conference, you've got to win at home and take care of business here, and that way we can build on those road trips.
And of course, this is a very tough Union team. I know that they had multiple NAIA All-American athletes on their team, and of course, coached by the legendary Jeremy Wise. What are you guys doing to prep going into this game?
Well, we're just trying to do what we do. We can't control what they do. We can prepare, watch video, look at scouting reports, and just we've got to be prepared to do what we're supposed to do to play Bluefield volleyball. We want to play fast. We want to play that up tempo. We want to try and outwork our opponents, and that's how we win. And when we get excited like this in that 4th and 5th set, it's hard to beat us.
So, of course, you guys, like you mentioned, you guys were down 2-1. What were you telling your girls after that second set?
Well,
Or that third set?
The thing was, in that second set, I think it was 25-23, and I bet we missed 5 or 6 serves. And if we cut that in half and win those points, then we win that going away. And so they understood that and started getting the job done in the fourth and fifth set. And that's what happens. And when you're playing a good team like Union, a well-coached team, you can't make those mistakes. They're going to take advantage of it. They've got a really good middle in Shayna Ball, and she just takes care of business. And so we can't afford to make those mistakes.
And, of course, this Saturday at 11 a.m., you guys will be taking on St. Andrews here at home. What are you really excited about, and why should people be excited about this home match?
I think the exciting volleyball. I think this is fun to watch. It's fast-paced. The girls work really hard, and it's just really fun to watch, and that's what we want. We want the crowd into it like they were tonight. We want the student body in there. I know tonight we've got football players and stuff here, but and on Saturday we won't necessarily have that. But we want people coming out from the community. We want them to come see this this type of volleyball, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for being here. And like I said, you guys can catch the women's volleyball team this Saturday at 11 a.m. versus St. Andrews here at the Dome or on the Rams Digital Sports Network. And the Rams take this one 3-2 in an exciting bout here at the Dome.